So I wanted to make this video after I just got this notification earlier today from Meta themselves. So you can see it on the right side of my screen. Just in, we've handpicked expert audience targeting tips for your business. See them now. And I got this notification across multiple accounts as of this morning. What is this notification? Well, if you click on it, here's a new article that you have from Facebook. It says, find your perfect audience with proven targeting strategies. See better campaign performance by broadening your audience. Then optimize your campaigns with advanced tools to find more relevant customers. So basically, step one, they say master the basics of broad targeting. The more people included in your campaign audience, the more opportunities Meta's AI has to show your ad to people most likely to engage with your business. Even if your audience ends up being too broad, Meta will automatically optimize your ads to reach the most relevant people possible. Why is this such big news? And why am I making a whole video on this? Well, here's the thing. I've been screaming for months and now like over a year that you need to go broad with your ad campaigns. I've been showing you hints from Facebook that said articles like their Meta Performance 5, which they said focus on the creative type, use broader campaigns like Advantage Plus shopping, and talking about their AI. But Facebook has never really explicitly mentioned anything about their AI. And they say it right here. They say go broad first and let our AI find the right people and figure out your targeting. So Meta's top tips for using broad targeting. Set your audience to reach at least 2 million people. Only use age, gender, and location targeting. Turn on advantage detailed targeting. Consolidate similar ad sets to avoid audience overlap. In other words, have as few ad sets as possible, or use an Advantage Plus shopping campaign and have 0 ad sets. Only use age, gender, and location. In other words, do not use any interest. And if we look at step 2, they say maximize connections with in-person targeting strategies, blah, blah, blah. When should you use more advanced targeting? Well, you're ready to start using custom and lookalike audiences if those audiences are at least 1,000 people. If you're still unsure, trying to be tested one campaign using only broad targeting and the other using custom audiences and lookalike audiences. So in other words, which is the first time Facebook has ever said that, they say you got to go broad first if you're a new account, and then you go second in lookalike or custom audiences. So let's further explore this article. Facebook now says, look, once you've figured out like a couple audiences that work for you, this is what you need to do. Refine these audiences. Combine broad targeting with custom and lookalike audiences. Interesting. Target at least 2 million people with a broad audience. Use custom and lookalike audiences. See if you can get either of these working. And when you do an overlap. Overlap both of those. Hey, Facebook, here's a lookalike. I'm letting you go broad. And then figure out the people that are within my lookalike that could also resemble, right? Like related cousins, essentially, of somebody within your audience. Interesting. Get granular with audience behavior. So what it says right here, you can consider different attribution windows. I wouldn't really honestly spend time testing that if I was you. Use exclusions to increase inefficiency. Well, what would you know? These exclusions that you have right here are basically exclusions that would be part of an Advantage Plus shopping campaign. Here's what's very interesting. Add new exclusion. Which exclusion would you like to add? Was in campaign, previously entered campaigns. This, I've never seen that on Facebook. So we're mostly going to start being to see these new options in your campaigns very soon. But apparently now you're able to pick whatever campaign you want to exclude and make sure that people are only seeing, like if they've seen one campaign, they won't be able to see the second campaign. That's unseen on Facebook. And as it says, when in doubt, run A/B test. All right. So what are the learnings we can make from this article that they've released? Well, number one of the learnings that we can make is that you got to go broad first. That's it. As simple as that. By broad, they're saying it right here, only age, gender, and location, nothing else. Once you get broad working, the second thing you want to do is try custom and lookalike audiences. When those start working, create an overlap between the two. I'm saying that, I've never tried it myself. I'm only doing broad, which now that Facebook's recommending it, I might have to give it a shot and see if we can actually create a better audience by having an overlap within a lookalike and broad with Facebook. Last but not least, very, very interesting to see essentially let me just go back to the bottom, but very interesting to see the exclusions they're talking about here. So excluding somebody who would have seen one campaign. All right, very, very interesting. So that said, I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. But yeah, I wanted to kind of report these to you first now that we started seeing those within our accounts. I'll be testing it. I'll be sharing my test results with you guys in the future. But if you end up testing it yourself, let me know. I'd love to see how that played out for you. But yeah, you've heard it first here from Facebook themselves. You got to go broad. And then from here on out, try and go narrow with their lookalike and combine both together to find a better audience. So I'll give that a shot, let you guys know how it works. But that's it. News came to you first.